sound for a second. Come on, sound, work. There we go. Last night I was doing a live stream video. Somebody asked me to show off my Star Wars black figures. So I went ahead and lined them all up today for you guys. And we're going to go ahead and talk about these exciting figures. And why I got certain ones and what's going on with them. So hold on, let me do a sound check first. Well, the sound seems to be working pretty good. Well, it looks like nobody else is on the chat yet, so I guess I'll stall for a little bit. So I'll go ahead and start with Rose, since Rose is the one that I have the most of for some crazy reason. So I know that when it comes to Star Wars, for some reason Rose was kind of like the least favorite character. I guess she was created for that one particular movie, and the actress, nothing against her, she's awesome, but it's just the character herself, people just were not really huge fans of it. It's like I got someone joining us. Who is that? That one guy. Hey, that one guy, thanks for joining us. So anyway, I decided to make a movie video called The Death of a Thousand Roses, and I've renamed it a couple different times. Now it's called Laser Guns and Roses. So I went and I bought a ton of Rose figures just for my video. So at one time I had 11 Rose figures in the box. And so what I kept doing was giving them to people as gag gifts. And this one friend of mine, he goes, "If you bring me another Rose figure, I think he said, I'm gonna kick you out of my house," or something like that. He was just so annoyed. And it was funny because just the other day, my friend Sean had his birthday, and I gave him a little sack to open, a gift bag, and he opens it, and he goes, "Oh, it's Rose." And I go, "Yeah, Sean, isn't that cool, man? I got your Rose." And he goes, "Oh, maybe it's Luke." So he looks closer. He doesn't have the best vision in the world. And I point out right here where it says Resistance Tech Rose. And he goes, "Oh, it really was Rose." So he's sitting there and he's trying to be nice because, it's his birthday and stuff. And so then through his fake smile, "Hey, Master Far, thanks for joining us. Master of Masters of the Universe, thanks for joining us too." I went and grabbed the second bag I had for him, and the second bag was actually the really cool Boba Fett figure from Disney, the collector's edition one. And he goes, "Now you're talking." And it was funny. He was so excited because this was right before the book of Boba Fett came out. This is not a Star Wars black figure, so it's not the one I'm going to be showing you guys. And I'm just kind of telling stories right now. But it was funny giving him the Rose figure first. And so he told me he was going to open it up and sit with it in his comfy chair while he watches Book of Boba Fett when it came out. I haven't got back to him and asked him if he actually took the figure out, but I said, you got to keep Rose too. She's part of it. So it's kind of funny. And then one time I gave my wife a Rose figure for Christmas. And she says, What? What is this?" And on the back of the box, I had a printout of a really cool fountain that I had ordered for her for the backyard that she really wanted. And so it was pretty funny. So everyone who knows me personally, they're all afraid of getting one of the Rose figures because, like I said, I bought 11 of them at one time and I'm down to 3. So I've given away 8 of them already. So there you go. If you're one of my friends, expect maybe someday to get a Rose figure as a gay gift. Because it's funny too, I was thinking, I bought one more. I could have had a dozen Roses. Actually, I guess I got this one here out of the package too. So really only gave away 7. So, if I had 12, I could have had a dozen Roses. And I told my wife one time, I might give you a dozen Roses sometime. Anyway, so that was the story of Rose. You gonna get Stridor? I'm not sure. I was thinking about it this morning. Night Stalker would be cool to get. All right, so as you can see, my Star Wars Black series is pretty small. I started with just a few figures. The first one I got really was Darth Vader, and I kind of got him for a different purpose. I wanted to make, as you guys know, I'm in the He-Man, and so to me it's important that the figures match the aesthetic of He-Man if possible. Well, as you can tell, Star Wars figures are just so much shorter than He-Man figures, it just doesn't work. And so my goal is to always try to find a way to make them work. So I first got Darth Vader just so I could make this custom figure of Darth Vader. And you can see here he stands pretty good next to the classics figures. And it's actually the Star Wars black head and control center for his chest and the belt. And so some pieces are from Star Wars black. And then the boots are from Batman, because Batman's boots fit the best for him. And then, of course, you can recognize the other parts, as I have parts from Horde. What is his name? The main evil Horde guy, not Hordak, but the other guy, Horde Prime. I don't know. And then I also got a piece, this cape right here from, what is his name? He's got the long black and gray hair, Count Marzo. So I got Count Marzo's cape. And here's one of the roses that I made for my video. You can see I made a bunch that were action figure size for the action figures. And so that was kind of funny. So that's why I bought him. And the first one I actually sold on eBay. And so I had to make another one. So I got kind of upset myself. Like, why did I sell that? So then I bought another one. And then my friend got me the 25th anniversary one. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep that one and not open it. So, and it's kind of cool is the lightsaber. I wanted it to look more like a blast effect coming out. So this is my lightsaber that I made for him. And the bottom is actually clear. And I use a laser and actually light up the bottom and it lights the saber up. So here is my Darth Vader lightsaber. And I wanted it to have that blast effect. It's kind of stinks is when I made it, I wanted to make like 4 blasts coming together to create this blast. And end up making more of a square shape, even though when I designed it, it was diamond shaped. But it's just, you know, it looks cool. I like it. Something kind of a little different than the standard straight stick that we usually see from the lightsabers. So you can kind of see the big beefy coolness of the He-Man Darth Vader. Anyway, I will set him aside. So another figure that I bought a bunch of was Princess Leia. And you notice I don't have one up here right now. I do have one on pre-order coming soon, but that's because I kept making these Princess Leia custom figures. Here she is in her her attire when she was captured, and then here she is in her white costume, so you can kind of see the difference. And of course, these ones are made out of Mara figures and also Battle Armor Tila. So there you go. So Mara Battle Armor Tila mixture, and you got yourself a Princess Leia with the wrong color eyes, but still very cool looking. Because again, you know, my goal was to have things that work with my Masters of the Universe figures. I also made her a lightsaber too. Woo! I made it clear. And this way I can use like a green laser or a different color laser and light it up different colors. And I kind of like that idea of just making a clear one. So there is Princess Leia. So then, actually I got R2-D2 a long time ago. Actually before Darth Vader. Let me take a look at your guys' questions. Hey, thanks Jinx Caliber, I appreciate it. Yes, Prime. Thank you. Horde Prime. And this R2-D2, I got him because I was hoping he would work well with the He-Man figures. Because, you know, being he's supposed to be made for a larger line when Black first came out, I went and I bought it thinking it would work. But actually, we take a look. He's actually just a little bit too short for the He-Man figures. So I have another video where I've gone through lots and lots of different R2-D2s trying to find the right size. Like this one, for instance. I bought this one and it came with a Barbie doll and it didn't have a third wheel, so I actually created a third wheel and printed it out on my 3D printer. So there's his third wheel. So you can kind of see how that's sporting, and it's actually articulated too. It's one of the first and only articulated pieces I ever made, but it's still just a little bit too big. And then someone online told me to get this 3-pack of R2-D2s, and I got that one, and that didn't match either. And then somebody told me about the metal one, and I got the metal one, and you know what? Oh, this thing's heavy. The metal one works really well. It's about the right size for the classics figures. So I was pretty happy with that. It's a little more beat up than I want. I like a little more cleaner aesthetic to it. He does have the third wheel though, but he's very heavy and he's very metal, and he's not a black, but he's a Disney exclusive. Now, when I first showed him off, I didn't know his wheel, if you push it high enough, it actually clicks in. There we go. So it can click in, which I didn't know that when I made the video originally. And then to click it out, you just click it again, and then it comes out. So that's kind of cool. That actually clicks in and out. So this is my main R2-D2 I use now for my classics. So as you can see, it's quite a bit beefier and bigger than the one we got with the Black Series. But let me go and put this R2-D2 away. Ugh. Now he came with a C-3PO, and so I figured since he was so close to the right size for R2-D2, that the C-3PO should match accordingly too. So I was expecting a good size C-3PO, and here he is. He's much larger than the black C-3PO, you can see, but next to a He-Man figure, he's just lacking in size. He's not really quite up to par to be an actual He-Man size classic figure. So I did make my own custom, and it is kind of ridiculous looking. Here is my custom R2-D2. So that way he could be big, beefy, muscular. And I actually got the head from an R2-D2 keychain with a little body on it, and I thought, you know what, it looks weird, but I know it's not R2-D2, I'm sorry, C-3PO, but it looks weird, but I kind of like it. It's kind of different enough that you can tell it's from a different universe, and it's the He-Man universe. So that's why my C-3PO does not look like this. He's got his own aesthetic style. All right, let's get back to the Black Series, because that's what you guys are here for. Let me stick him away and put this giant R2-D2 away. It was cool too, the metal set also came with a BB-8, so I got one of these too in metal as well. So even though I didn't really want one of him, it's kind of a cool extra. My granddaughters, it's their favorite, so I thought, what the heck. So all right, so this C-3PO, when I got him, I was really surprised because he came with some weird accessories I didn't expect. And I didn't see the movie yet, so I had no idea what was going to happen. But he came with some pieces that look like they belong to Chewbacca. And so I was like, what the heck's going on? Why does C-3PO have Chewbacca's gun? There we go. Look at that. That is so cool looking. And Chewbacca's strap that he always wears, you know. So I was kind of confused. And then the back of his head also came off too. And I thought, what the heck is that for? And see, look at that. Ooh, And I guess in the new movie, which I did eventually watch, there's this little guy, here he is, that does some weird little stuff inside his head to try to, I forget what he does now, reverse his memories, bring back his memories, or erase them, I don't remember. There was something. But anyway, I have to go back and watch the movie sometime again. You know what's funny? They always talk about people that like Star Wars, and they say that people that like just the first three, you know, they're the OGs, and there's people that only like the first six. They're the, I don't know what they call them, the non-Disney, the George Lucas ones. Well, I am only the first two. Just Star Wars, Return of the and The Empire Strikes Back. Not a huge fan of Return of the Jedi, which I know sounds kind of funny, but Empire Strikes Back was so awesome when I was a kid, and and reading the comics and playing with the figures and the Hoth scenes and the Dagobah scenes, and we had Yoda, and we got Boba Fett. I mean, to me, that was just the all get out movie. Perfect was Empire Strikes Back. I loved it. Cloud City, the carbonite freezing. It was cool. But I have to admit, I did really enjoy on The Mandalorian. So, of course, I did buy some Mandalorian stuff because I did enjoy it. And then once they said we couldn't get Cara Dune, I went on eBay, and she's the most expensive figure I've ever bought when it comes to Star Wars stuff. I decided, you know what? I am going to get her. I don't care what they say. And so I did buy her aftermarket, paid an arm and a leg for her, but you know what? It was worth it to stick it to the man to say, I am getting Cara Dune anyway. And the actress, she is awesome. So I actually really enjoy the actress a lot. So I wanted to get the official one, not the comic book version or whatever they're going to come out with to say they can still the same character. So there you go. Yeah, it's funny, Master Far. One of my friends, he says Return of the Jedi is his favorite too. I just couldn't do it. The little teddy bears attacking, and the whole moon thing, and the whole Luke, your sister is Princess Leia. What? Come on! It just got too crazy. It's bad enough that Darth Vader was already his father. Now Leia is his sister too. I don't know. It just struck me weird but by the time Return of the Jedi came out, we've already seen so many, or already imagined so many ways that it could go, because I had all the figures, I remade all the stories in my head. I just had all these ideas of what the movie should be like, that when it actually came out, it was a huge disappointment because it's not at all what I imagined. So it's kind of my own fault for, having expectations of what I thought it should be. But, I just was disappointed when I saw it. Yes, the Ewoks. Yes, they were just a bunch of teddy bears and destroying the Empire. It's like, come on. Really? Really? Okay. Now, I do have to admit, though, the cool speeder bikes they used in the woods, I forget what they were called now, those were pretty cool. But, so there were some scenes that were cool. Don't get me wrong, there was some cool stuff in Return of the Jedi. Obviously the barge scene was awesome, too. Princess Leia trying to save Han Solo, that was a cool scene, too. And, of course, that's where we get the cool Slave Leia suit, was from that movie. So, you can't go wrong with that. But the whole thing, finding out that their sister and brother, it's like, no. I was yelling like Luke was when he found out that Darth Vader was his dad. That didn't faze me too much. But finding out Leia was his sister, no. That's what he really should have yelled. More than finding out that his dad was. All right, yeah, Master Far. Have I seen Spaceballs? Yes, I have seen Spaceballs. Let's see, those are before my time, missed a lot. So the prequels are my Star Wars growing up. You know what's awesome and kind of messed up is when my boys were younger, the first Star Wars prequel was going to come out. And I was excited for it. My kids were excited for it. Everyone was excited for it. And my kid's birthday was coming up, and they were having a big, giant, huge party. And this friend of mine from New York, he's like, dude, I can score you the new Star Wars before it even comes out. And I thought, oh, how cool would that be for my kid's birthday party to have it. As I went and brought a projector from somebody and to show it on the big screen at the birthday party before it was even released in theaters. And then I realized, what would happen when these kids go home and tell their parents, oh, we saw Star Wars. And they'll say, oh, that old movie? No, it was a new one. And I could see myself getting in trouble from doing. So I told my friend, I said, no, it's okay. And so instead we got a PlayStation 1 and played tons of video games like X-Men versus Street Fighter on the big screen, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Anyway, so another figure that I got is this guy here. I think he's kind of cool, and mostly I got him for my video because the idea is that the 1,000 figures are all Rose except one, and one is Poe. So that's kind of what the joke was supposed to be. If you ever watched my video, you know, I should have posted a link to my video on here so you guys can all watch it. Those who haven't seen it. So it was a pretty cool video. I used a lot of those figures that you see and I made for classics for stop motion. All right. So anyway, this is all I got. I know it's a very small collection. I also, of course, have this guy too, because you know you got to have him. I don't know if you guys have been watching the book of Boba Fett lately. The Rancor. Oh, and it's funny. The reason I got him originally was to be some kind of creature that could fight He-Man, because I mean, he's an awesome, scary creature for even fighting He-Man. So that's why I got him originally. But it's kind of cool having the Rancor, you know. And granted, it's made for the 3.5-inch ones or 3 3/4 ones. But you know what? It's not bad sizing for the Star Wars Black. It's you know, maybe a little small compared to what it should be, but I don't think it's too bad. Oh, poor Rose. Anyway, so these are my figures. I do, like I said, I have a Leia still on order. I might get a Ben Kenobi and Han Solo and Chewbacca someday. I don't know. Or I may just end up selling them all. I don't know. I'm kind of going half and half one way or the other. Either I have to buy those other ones or sell all of them. I wanted the Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot, but his face looks so weird in that one. I don't know what they did to it, but it just looks awful. Tastes like Rose. Yes, in fact, HasLab tried to release a new Rancor figure that was sized with these figures, so it was way bigger. It was like $300 or some crazy amount like that, or $400 or something. I don't remember what it was, $300 or $399, and it failed. It failed the HasLab pre-order, and it was supposed to be mammoth. But you know what? This one's good enough, and I think I spent like $20-30 on this when I bought it originally from Toys R Us. It was a Toys R Us exclusive, and they had more than one. They had the ones covered in this purple slime, which is the one I got. Ugh, it's like he just pooped this guy out. Arr, what a place to be. He's like corn. He comes out the same. Anyway, so here is the Rancor. Anyway, I think I'm going to call this video an end. I think I covered all the figures, didn't I? Oh, Boba Fett. I didn't cover Boba Fett. So here is the Boba Fett. And of course, I had to get Boba Fett because he is just so cool. Now, granted, next to the Disney one, he's pretty small. So if you get the Disney one, just be careful because it's not in scale with black. It's a 7-inch figure. But it is pretty close to scale to our classics. See, look at that. And that's what I got them for, was because I wanted to get a classics version. It was funny. When they showed up in the mail, I had a couple of them, one for me with one of my friend Sean. And my grandson was over visiting, and he saw the box. And he says, Darth Vader? And he's like, I don't know, he's like 2.5 years old or something. And I go, no, Boba Fett. And he goes, Darth Vader. And I said, it's Boba Fett. And then he just would not believe me. He kept saying Darth Vader. And then, as I went to take the figures upstairs, he goes, Mandalorian. And I'm like, wow, he must be watching the show with his dad. Because for him to say Mandalorian, that was pretty cool. Granted, it's not the Mandalorian, but it is a Mandalorian. So, you know, which it's kind of weird. They call him Mando, right? Why do they call him Mando? I mean, there's more than one Mandalorian, and Mando, of course, is short for Mandalorian. And they don't go around calling all of them Mando. They don't say, hey, look at all those Mandos over there. And I think in a way it's kind of messed up, you know, because it's not his name. That's not my name. But you know, that everyone keeps calling him Mando all the time because it's almost, it would almost be like a derogatory term, you know, like calling someone whatever the race they are, or whatever religion they are, you know, and shortening it up, you know. So I think if you think about it, I mean, it's very politically incorrect, you know. I don't know. I'm not going to name any religious names that are shortened, but you guys can think of some on your own. So just imagine if they were calling him that over and over again. There'd be a huge outpouring rage amongst everybody. But it's just kind of funny. Mando, short for his religion, Mandalorian. Anyway, I think this armor is way cooler. Where is the other one? But this armor is more fun. I mean, this one's got some cool detailing to it. And that's weird. I never noticed that. Look at that. They have similar plates on his legs. Did he not get his legs changed out in the show? Is it just his upper armor was changed out? Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, I do have the new Boba Fett on order too, the one that has the removable helmet, and I'm pretty excited about that. Let me take a look at your guys' comments. Yep, Catho. There you go, Gary. All right, looks like we got someone who is I'm not sure. I'm guessing spamming us. Those spammers. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm getting ready to start working on that video for Triclops. What does Triclops see? My wife just picked up some parts for the craft store from me just a few minutes ago, so I can finish working on that video. So I'm kind of excited about it. So I don't think I'll have it done tonight. It's probably going to take me a few days to make it, but I might have a live stream tonight. So, yep, troll alert. It's a bummer too because I can't do anything about the comments when I'm doing this live stream right now. I think you guys are allowed to report them though or block them. So give it a shot and see if you guys can block that spammer for me. If you can't, oh well. I'll see if I can pull them off later. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Maybe tonight, maybe later on today. And I forget who asked me to show the Star Wars stuff. Are they even here? Hey, Dean. Thanks for joining us. Gary, thanks for being here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? Master Far. Jinx Excalibur. That one guy, Michael White. 11 roses and one looking back in the mirror is the 12th. Also hope to get them both for Revelation. All right. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. I will see you guys next exciting video. Who's that? Tombstone? Thanks, Tombstone. I appreciate it. Oh, Mike asked for it. Hey, Mike. Well, there you go. That's all I have, man. You've seen all my Star Wars black. That's it. All right. Bye now. Where is the X so I can click it? There it is.